How did you know Sean was the man for you? Like, I'm ready for my husband. Like, I'm ready to be a wife. I just want my one person. Like, I'm tired of being out here playing these games with these niggas. God, where you at?
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life.
I honestly could have moved Sean's work bag, but girl, I had enough energy to do my makeup and put on a little outfit and sit right here and talk to y'all. So that's what we gonna do today. I feel like it's been a while since we actually just sat down and chit-chatted. Y'all like the vlogs. Y'all like the vlogs, and I really wish y'all enjoyed the chit-chat, like the sit-downs, just a little bit more. Because I would honestly much rather just sit down and talk to y'all. Like, I just be having so much to say. So yeah, basically I asked y'all to ask me questions. I asked y'all on Instagram, and then I also made a post. There is a community tab, as y'all can see, and this is where I basically just update you guys throughout the week. I might make a post or two, or when I share a new video, I'll post it in there as well. I'll also post it on my Instagram story. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and hop into these questions. There was really like a main thing that y'all asked about, and that was about the wedding and about baby number 2. So we're gonna hit on those in a second. Ooh. Girl, I felt something crawling on me. Woo! I don't know if y'all really know how much I hate bugs. I won't even sit out on a patio, or I wouldn't, but once we got the bug spray, it was cool. But girl, the bees were buzzing, okay? And we have a tree like right in front of our balcony. Girl, I sprayed the tree too, because I'm like, I don't even want bugs on the leaves that are like close to the railing. Like, no. Anywho, y'all, the first question, who's the best man in the world? Sean. Sean is so slow. Babe, you know that's you, period. So I'm gonna be reading these off of my phone because I did ask y'all on Instagram, so I went ahead and screenshotted all the questions. So let's go ahead and start with this first one. Are you ever worried that you don't have many friends? Also, do you plan on furthering your education? Let's answer the first part first. Are you ever worried that you don't have many friends? Not right now. I feel like I'm in a period where I'm trying to work towards my goals still. My focus jumps from one thing to the next, especially now that I'm a mom. So I feel like right now friends might be a little hard to keep up with, just because like you really have to put effort into a relationship to make it work. And that's anything, like a marriage, a friendship, a relationship with your mom or your dad. Like, you really have to put in work to make relationships work. Some people think you're just supposed to click with people, and you are, but at the same time, once you're done clicking, once things aren't sunshine and rainbows, you still have to know how to communicate and really work on that relationship to make it last and to make it grow. Honestly, quality time is one of my favorite forms of, what is it, girl? Love languages. I feel like quality time is my #1 love language, because your time is priceless. I take my time seriously, especially now, girl. Being a mom, you have to, because if you don't, one, you won't get things done. Okay, like you really have to be good at time management, and I'm really trying to work on that. I just be wanting to do so much, but I don't have the time for it. So then once I don't have the time for it, I'll get frustrated a tiny bit. Back to the question. Are you ever worried that you don't have too many friends? Not right now. Y'all see how I just be talking? I just be needing to get my thoughts out. Also, do you plan on furthering your education? No. I have my bachelor's degree. I do plan on furthering my education and like the things I want to do, like content creation and like things in my lane. I do want to further my education on things like that. But as far as like school, going to school and signing up for college, no. I got my bachelor's degree and I couldn't even walk at my graduation. Do you know how sick I was? Like, I just went, because that's when COVID hit. Girl, when COVID hit, I couldn't even have a graduation. Your college graduation is a big thing. You're supposed to have your family there. Like, girl, that's college. College is not easy. I don't care what degree you get. College is not easy. Okay, it's not. I was so hurt. I was so hurt that I could not walk for my college graduation. And then they did have something afterwards, but like school done ended like a year ago. I'm not about to come back just to walk. That's just me. So next question, what are some family-friendly areas to live in Atlanta? Anything like not directly in the city. We stayed in McDonough, but I also know Sandy Springs. Sandy Springs is a really good spot to stay too, girl. That's where we were supposed to move first, and then some things happened, and we ended up moving into the apartment that we stayed at when we were in Georgia. So Sandy Springs, McDonough. I'll ask Sean. Like, that's a question that you would ask Sean, because Sean know. Maybe we could do like a sit down question and answer. If y'all would be interested in that, drop that down below, because that would actually be fun to hear him have the answer to a few of these questions. What are your plans for Angel in the future as far as education, homeschool, public? I really considered homeschooling him because Angel's smart. Like, Angel knows his numbers, Angel knows his ABCs, Angel knows like head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Like, I feel like he's advanced for his age, but isn't that all parents? I feel like we all think our kid is like the smartest, the cutest, because it's just a parent thing. It's just a parent thing. Like, if you get it, you get it. If you a parent, you know what I'm talking about. But they have these schools. They're like preschool, but they're actual, like, they have structure to them. Like they actually teach your kids things, and it's more interactive. Sean and I were talking about putting Angel in that. So I don't know, girl. We're just trying to figure it out as we go, to be honest with you, girl. And that's how this parent thing is. Like, you just gotta figure it out as you go. We're all just out here winging it, girl. So we'll figure it out. Wedding plans. Y'all want to know the wedding plans. I want to know the wedding plans. I am weak, girl. I don't know. I low-key feel like, because it already feels like we're married, there's no really rush to make it legal. I mean, that's my husband. In my head, that's my husband. In his head, that's my wife. We know we're gonna get married. We just don't know when, because one, there's so many things happening. Life does not slow down for anybody. Sean and I, we both have that commitment already. So we are gonna get married. When we honestly plan to get married on May 1st this year. But May 1st rolled around, it was a random like Tuesday or Thursday. Like, we just be throwing out dates. Because me and him want to go to the courthouse, but I was also thinking that maybe we can like make it into a thing, like an event, like an actual courthouse wedding. So I saw this one girl do it on Instagram. I'm like, that is cute. I never thought of it like that. Like, whenever I thought of going to the courthouse to get married, I thought of it just like, you know, like y'all two just go together, and it's really casual. It's really like not a big deal. But no, getting married is a big deal. Getting married is the biggest deal, and I feel like me and him both want to do it right too, because we do want to have a big wedding. But right now there's other things. Like, we should have been got married, to be honest with you. We just moved and we're looking to buy a house, because we are in a townhome right now, but ultimately we want to be in a house. So that's like the next focus. You know, a wedding needs as much focus as buying a house does. Okay, we do need to go ahead and get married. Like, my family asked that question, Sean's family be asking us when you're engaged. That is so funny. I feel like there's so much pressure to hurry up and get married, hurry up and get married. Our mindsets are already there, you know? So I don't know. I really don't know. But we're gonna be married. Like, we're already married. I call him my husband, he calls me his wife. Once we get married, I will tell y'all. Y'all will be the first ones to know, okay? Hey, I got you. Y'all know I tell y'all everything. Not really a question, but I'm from Cleveland and you seem cool. We should be friends. I need more friends. I really do need more friends. But I feel like I just wouldn't put any effort into the friendship, because I'm trying to focus on so many things. As a mom, you have to give yourself. As a wife, you have to give yourself. And there's only so much self I can give. Sometimes I just be having to snatch myself up and just give to myself and pour into myself. Right now, I just want to do that for me, because, you know, God, I feel like God calls us in a season of solitude. When is the wedding, girl? So excited for you. I don't know. Y'all really asking me a lot about this wedding. I'm like, we gotta hit on that. The next page, what range of, wait a minute, girl. Because I'm missing a few. Okay. What range of pay was your first YouTube check? When was my first YouTube check? My first YouTube check was in 2000. I would have to look. but it wasn't nothing because you have to reach a $100 threshold before they even pay you out. So I was working to achieve that threshold for a long time. Like, you really have to put in work to YouTube to really like make it successful. And I think some people don't really realize that when they want to start a channel. It just looks cool, it looks fun, and I want to be a YouTuber too type stuff, right? But then once you really put in that footwork and you have to film, you have to edit for hours, you have to create different forms of content, short form, long form. Like, people think this stuff is easy. This stuff is not easy, girl. Especially when you first start out, because you're not getting paid for it. You don't get paid until you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So if I thought it changed, but one of y'all commented and told me that it's still the same. So girl, I know how hard that is to get because I'm still fresh. I've got 15, almost 16K. And even now it's like I'm still putting in the work. You really have to put in the work. And that's why I'm just trying to like focus on those 3 things: my son, my husband, and my career. Because this is taking all of my energy. I feel like once I get to a place in my career where I feel like I can chill and, you know, be more social, then I'll do that. Or maybe once Angel gets older and he starts going to school, or, you know, like once one of these areas ease up a tiny bit. And I low-key want to do like a meet and greet too. I feel like that would be so much fun to like actually meet y'all in person. I might be a little shy at first because I have anxiety, or I don't want to tell myself I have anxiety. I'm trying to switch my mind, y'all. I do not have anxiety, but when I did, okay, because we're gonna speak in the present tense. When I did have anxiety, people just make me nervous, and I realized that's something in me that I have to switch. But y'all are different because I really can talk to y'all. We be on the same wavelength, and like y'all are really my people. Like, I found my people. So yeah, my first range of pay was like $101, like when I just met that $100 threshold. Next question: Are you planning another baby soon? No. We have to work on some other things. Like, we have to work on us as a couple. We have to work on the house situation. We have to work on being the best parents to Angel right now. Once we're like more comfortable in those areas, that's when we'll plan for baby number 3. And we can actually plan for it because your girl got birth control. Anywho, I am weak. So when will baby number 2 be coming? Girl, I don't know. That was another question. We do want to have another kid before Angel is like 3 though. So it'll definitely be before he's 3. We were thinking 1, but girl, he turned 1 so fast. Time really be flying by. So like, I want to feel ready to have baby number 2. Like, I want to be at a place in our lives where it's like, okay, we're comfortable, not comfortable, but because I feel like you will never be ready for things like that, like for another baby. Or because I low-key feel like me and Sean don't get married or aren't getting married right now either, is because in my head, I feel like we have to be at a certain point, you know, to get married, but we really don't. How many kids do you both want? Me and Sean only want 2 kids. 1, 2. After the second one, we done. Okay. Don't ask me about no more babies once we had a second kid, y'all. I promise you. Would you move out of the country for a year? Yes. I would absolutely move out of the country for a year. Girl, I would move out of the country for longer than a year. I would move out of the country for the rest of my life. What are you talking about? Girl, take me to an island. Take me to just an island. I'm trying to be on the islands, on the beaches, with my man and my kids. Yeah. When are you guys planning for number 2? I don't know. You know, as a female, when you get like wedding questions and baby questions, it's like, I don't know. Jeez. Because girl, I don't know. We gonna have it for sure. I just don't know when. Maybe next year, maybe at the end of this year, maybe when Angel turned 3. I'm really a go with the flow kind of person. Like, I tell Sean this all the time. I just be flowing through life. Whatever happens, happens. You know, like I just be rolling with it. My mom taught me that. I think like my mom is so peaceful, and whenever life throws something at her, she's just so graceful. My mom was so graceful, girl. I'm like, you know what? Like, it's, I wouldn't say she's unbothered, but she's just so peaceful. Sometimes unbothered can be a good thing, because if you let people bother you so easily, or if you let things or situations bother you easily, who always want to be bothered? You know what I'm saying? And when you reach a certain level of peace, you're just naturally like that. Next question, how do you get paid brand deals? Specific apps? Do you reach out to the brands yourself? Specific apps, I know there are specific websites. I'm not sure, they may have the apps too. I be getting emails about them, and the company or the site will basically ask me to want to join, and you basically sign up on the site as an influencer or as a brand, and then you pick which one you are, and then that site basically helps you link like influencers with brands and stuff. But I'm at the point where I'm not doing anything for free. Like, if you want to get your feet wet, sign up for something like that. Like, you can get stuff for free. You can get stuff for free, and they'll just throw you a commission or something. I'm past the free content and just commission, because I'm really trying to make this a career. And I feel like in your career, you have to know when to take the next step, when to, you know, like, stop allowing free stuff. Because it gets to a point where you take your time so seriously in this, and you look at it as a job. Like, yeah, it was for fun at first, but now it's actually my job. So I'm trying to make a coin at the end of the day. So, period. Isn't everybody like, girl, we're trying to make some coins over this way? Because I was doing stuff for free for a really, really long time. I didn't really start charging until I got with Sean. That's crazy. And he pointed that out the other day. And I was like, you know what? Like, you're actually right. Like, I really wasn't charging brands until I got with Sean. And Sean is so business minded. I love it. That is why I love that man. For his mind. So would you move? Okay, how do you get paid brand deals? So yeah, brands will reach out to me. You can also reach out to brands too. Once you get in contact with the brand, then you can like negotiate with them, and you basically see how much they're willing to pay you for your content. Then that's how that works. Do you reach out to the brands yourself? How do you get paid brand deals? I hope I explained that good. Moving on, do you ever feel like YouTube is not worth it? Any hesitation on sharing the baby on there? I really didn't feel any hesitation when he was like a baby, but as he's getting older, he's like a toddler now, there is a tiny bit of hesitation. I was always with Angel at first, so it's like I'm vlogging my life, I'm also vlogging him, because like we're attached. I just had him. That's my little baby. Even now, like yesterday at the park, I tried to vlog as much as I could of that, but I also don't just want to be holding the camera up in his face all the time either. And I don't want the judgment to go on. You know, there's a lot of things that come with putting your life online, and I choose to put my life online. But just because I have kids or a husband, I don't choose to put their life online, because you know, there's some good and some secrecy. Everything, the world doesn't have to know everything. Do you ever feel like YouTube is not worth it? For me, I genuinely enjoy doing YouTube, even if I don't feel like maybe posting. I know that was a question too. Where do I get the motivation to keep posting if I don't feel like it? Like, my life is motivation. Like, I have a son. Can't choose to just give up, okay? Like, and that's how it is. Like, when you have kids and you're trying to make a certain life for them, some things aren't a choice. Like, you have to pick a career and stick with it. This was the career that I chose, so girl, I'm sticking with it until the wheels fall off. Like, and it's something that I actually really do enjoy doing. That's what makes it really easy to keep going too. Not really easy, because girl, it do be hard. Sometimes I don't want to edit a video. Sometimes I don't want to pick up the camera and film. But when I do it, I feel better. Does that make sense? How did you get started doing YouTube videos? I used to always watch YouTube. And I always loved YouTube. Like, I would always watch YouTube over TV. And in my mind, it was always like, I could do that. Like, that looks like so much fun. Like, I could do that. Like, you know, and I tried it and I love it. Like, I love to edit. I love to be in front of the camera. I love the camera. Like, I've always had a camera too. Like, even as like a younger child, for Christmas, I would ask for a camera. I just love taking pictures. Girl, I always love the camera, so I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, okay? My camera keeps overheating, and I think it's because I'm sitting in front of the window and the sun is like beaming down on it. So we just had to move locations real quick. But let's go ahead and hop back into it. What was I saying? I would always watch YouTube, and I would honestly see people like, I've seen so many people grow from nothing to everything on YouTube so many times, and it's so motivating. And then when you see it happen to other people, in your head it's like, that can happen to me too. And that's sort of what gives you the motivation to keep going, because once you really put in the work and put in the time, you just start knowing like it's going to happen for me. So yeah, I was watching YouTube. I knew I always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I didn't want to do it by myself. So I made the guy I was with at the time do it with me. And that's what I had to realize too. In all of my previous relationships, I would make my dude like do social media with me. And that's what I had to realize after my last relationship, before I got with Sean. Like, just because it's my thing doesn't mean it has to be their thing too. Like, I can have my own thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was the girlfriend to always try to include my boyfriend in everything I do. You don't have to do that in a relationship. You don't need to. And now that I'm in the relationship that I'm in now with Sean, and he has his own thing, I have my own thing. And it's so much better that way, because you do need your time apart to just do your things. Okay? Like, go have some me time real quick. How did you meet your fiance, and what was your how did you meet your fiance, and what your first impression about him? What was your first impression about him? I met Sean on Instagram. I thought I told y'all this like a few times in one of my previous videos. Yeah, me and Sean met on Instagram. He slid in the DMs, girl. I was living in Toledo at the time. Sean was in Cleveland. What's the first thing you do when somebody slides in the DMs? Girl, you go to their profile. So I went to his profile and I'm like, okay, Sean. So yeah, me and him was messaging. And then I've always been the type of girl, like, I will make a drive. Like, I like to drive. I feel like I'm the best driver I know. I like to drive. And I decided that I was gonna drive up here to come see him, and me and him was gonna hang out. Girl, when me and him first hung out, I was like, Sean is shy. Like, he wasn't acting like himself on our first date. Sometimes Sean just won't talk. Like, Sean is one of those people that keeps everything in. So on our first date, it was just like stale. It was real stale, and that was our first date, and we did we go on a date again after that? So basically, after our first date, I came to the conclusion that, okay, he's not the type, like, he's not funny, like, you know, like, he's a tiny bit boring. Like, Sean is a tiny bit boring, but I realized I like boring men, because you sure don't want the man that's gonna be outside and don't know how to act. Okay, it's cool if he outside and he know how to act, but some of these men don't know how to act outside because they like going outside too dang much. Sit your butt at home, okay? Sean do like being outside a lot, but not like partying. Like, Sean just like to be out and about. So that was basically my first impression of him, was that, like, I don't think he's the one for me. Sean has a monotone voice too. I don't want to say he has a monotone voice, but he can talk monotone, okay? And I mean, if I just sat here and talked to y'all like this all the time, and like I'm talking about I'm so happy, yay, I'm so happy, like, but you just monotone about everything, you feel me? Like, you would think, oh, that's like a boring person. But I just didn't know Sean. How is everything going since you moved back home? Everything is going really good. It's just a lot. Like, when you move, and like, we still don't have all our furniture yet. It takes a lot to really relocate and really get comfortable. So we're just getting acclimated. I mean, it has been like a couple months. I don't know. Is it June? It's June. It's June 1st today. It's been good though. Even y'all have said, like, I seem more outgoing and happier now that I'm home. These gnats gonna piss me off. What industry does Sean work in? Sean works in banking. Like, he works for a bank, and he's in sales. I really don't want to say too much because I don't know what I can and can't say about his job. Like, he has to go out and prospect, like, find companies that the bank can work with. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, sunshine. Y'all are so cute. Good morning, sunshine. My question is, will you restart your cosmetology license and open up a salon? I definitely have been thinking about reactivating it because I've just been talking about it too much. Like, I need to stop talking about it and just do it. So I really have been thinking about it. And opening up a salon, that was always one of the things that was on, like, back when I was in high school, I always wanted to open up my own salon. So I don't know, I haven't really thought about it because I'm trying to focus on other things right now, but I had the chance to run a salon actually. I used to work at a nail salon, and one of my customers basically bought his wife a salon. And he asked me if I wanted to run that salon because they had moved down to Houston. And him and his wife and family were in Houston. So he basically asked me if I wanted to run the salon in Toledo. I knew my focus had to be all the way there. And I was trying to focus on YouTube. And that was when me and Sean had first got together. So now I have a man, girl. Okay. So I can't even really put all my focus into the salon like I should do if I were to run it. So I declined that offer. But I always wonder, like, if I would have said yes, I wonder how things, like, you know, don't you always wonder like how your life would have gone if you would have changed a past decision that you made? Okay, I just had to change out the memory cards because I talk so much. I've been talking for a long time. I don't know how I'm about to edit all this. What's your zodiac sign? I am a Pisces. As I'm trying to be more in my spiritual bag, I used to really believe in like zodiac signs and the whole, what is it called? Astrology. But I've just been getting my eyes open to new things, and I don't, you know, I'm not really aligning with that anymore. What is your favorite thing to do for fun? I would say vlog. Like, this has always been my for fun thing that I always do is vlog and just, you know, edit. I don't know. But I feel like that's how it should be. Like, whatever you're passionate about, well, I don't know. Because sometimes when I make something I'm passionate about, my job, it becomes a chore. And then I'd be fighting with myself on, like, really enjoying it because I feel like I have to do it. Girl. But we gonna do it, though. If any, who are your favorite YouTubers? I really haven't been watching YouTube like I've been wanting to. But Alyssa Howard and Veda. But I do also like Maya and McKenna, and I know a lot of you who watch me, y'all also watch them as well. Like, all the girls y'all watch, I'll probably watch them too. Like Aaliyah's Face, Kyra, Sean Cook is a good one too. Are those all the questions? I feel like I've been talking for so long. I just want to make sure I got all the questions. Let's see. I can talk, girl. I can drag a question out for a minute. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. How did you know Sean was the man for you? I'm so happy you found your person. When you just know, you know. And I feel like I never really met anybody like Sean either. And when you never meet somebody like somebody, you gotta keep that somebody. Yeah, girl, Sean was showing up. When a man show up for you and show out, that's the one. You know when a guy is for you. Let's actually talk and get real. Being a woman, you should know how you should be treated. You also have to understand that nobody is perfect, because Sean is a great man, but Sean is not perfect. And I'm not perfect either. And sometimes you can't be looking for perfection. I think some women, they wait until they find the perfect man. You gotta find the one that you can work with at the end of the day. Through this journey called life, because life ain't easy. When you can work well with somebody, when you like how this person treats you, when you have good communication with the person, that's how you know that's the one. That's the one for you, girl. I knew I liked Sean, but I knew that I wasn't at that point in my life to be with Sean, because even after our first date, me and him would still talk on the phone and stuff. I like the way Sean thinks. Like, Sean is very smart. I just love his mind. And so, like, I always knew, like, that's husband material. That's husband material. Like, when I saw myself with a husband, I saw myself with a guy like him. But at the point where we both met, we met 2 years before we got together. I knew he was husband material, but I knew that I wasn't ready for that yet. And now that me and him talk, he'll even tell me, like, if we would have got together back then, girl, these flies. If we would have got together back then, we probably wouldn't have lasted. And he wasn't at that point in his life yet, and I wasn't in the point in my life yet to really be like, you know, husband and wife, if that makes sense. So we got together 2 years after, and I feel like I've grown, he's grown, because my mindset was completely different when I got with Sean versus when I met him. My mindset when I got with Sean, I was like, I'm ready for my husband. Like, I'm ready to be a wife. Like, I just want my one person. Like, I'm tired of being out here playing these games with these niggas. Like, period. God, where you at? Like, but no, actually, girl, I was so at that point that in my mind, I was like, the next person I'm having sex with, or I'm not having sex until I get married. Like, that was my mindset, because I was so tired of playing games, and I was so ready to just find my husband and just really just focus and really, you know, like, make a life, I guess you could say. I don't know. Does that make sense? I just be talking, and I be talking so much, I be having to ask myself if I'm making sense. So anyways, let's move on. What's your favorite quote? Girl, I read this question and I really had to think, like, what is my favorite quote? Because I'm a quotes girl. I really love quotes, especially the powerful ones that really hit. I just heard this one and it's really been like sticking out to me. Obedience comes with supernatural increase on the other side. Like, once you really sit and think about that, like, we just gotta be obedient. Another quote I really love is, I used to have it in my Instagram profile. Like, y'all know how some people will have like a quote in their bio. I used to have a quote, but I took it down. But I love that quote so much. Like, that was in my Instagram bio for so long, but then I just wanted it to look more professional, so I took it out. Let me see if I can find it. It's something about like, never sacrifice respect for attention. It says never sacrifice respect for attention, but that wasn't the quote. Oh, I'm so mad I took it out. Maybe I should put it back in there. Or there's also never trade respect for attention. Maybe I put it as one of my Instagram pictures, girl. But it's basically like, don't just do anything for attention, especially in today's world. Everybody want to be an influencer. Everybody wants to go viral. Like, everybody wants, you know, like, this sort of like the attention, but you can't do anything for it. Like, you can't sacrifice your morals or your respect just for some attention. Like, that's when you go too far. That's when you go too far. Okay. Did you always have the confidence to film out in public, or when did that come? I like this question. I didn't have the confidence, but then once you realize nobody cares, everybody got their own stuff going on, or they should. If they worried about you, they need to get some business. Okay. Once you really realize like nobody's really paying attention to me, that's when it's like easy, because it's like, who cares? Like, for me, that's the switch that happened in my head. Like, nobody really cares. It's like, who cares? I'm about to whip this camera out. Hey y'all, what's up? Like, you feel me? Are you happy you're back in Ohio with family? Yes, I am, but I also do miss. What do you miss about Atlanta? I do miss Atlanta, I do. But for me, it was never someplace I wanted to raise a family. That was more of like Sean's vision. My vision was Houston, girl. Like, I want to raise my family in Houston. So even though I really did love Atlanta, I'm glad that we moved there, but I'm also glad that we didn't stay there, because we didn't have any family. And it is so much, when you have kids, girl, when you have kids, being around family is a major help. That's if they're helpful too, because not everybody's family will help out. What do I miss about Atlanta? The weather. If we could have the weather up here, I would love it up here. For me, it's the weather. I just want to be in the sun. Like, when the sun is out, I'm out. Like, what? I don't know why. Like, really, when the sun is out, I feel better and I want to do more. I want to be more productive. So I definitely miss the weather. I think that's it. I think we're done. Yes. And I feel like that was a lot of questions, or maybe I just talked too much, but it was fun chit-chatting with y'all. Anywho, I will holler at y'all in the next video. And I'm about to eat because I'm hungry, and I feel like I've been talking for like the last 2 hours. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, okay? We're gonna roll to 100K, baby. Yes, ma'am. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below. Maybe you have an opinion on anything that I just hit on. Drop that down below too, and let's talk about it, period. I've been wanting to do like a sit down and chat series on my channel. Like Chat with Liv, or I don't know, girl, something. Cause I really just like to run my mouth a little too much. Anywho, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.
All we wanna do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat, just trying to get to the bag. We on the same page, the same way. Only keep the fam around me, so let me know what it's gonna be. I don't plan on getting no sleep while we